Hi friends, it's Miss Janine, and today I'm going to read The Little Red Hen and the Passover Matzah by Leslie Kimmelman. The greatest wisdom of all is kindness. Don't forget to be kind to each other, friends. Okay. The year was passing and the little red hen could feel the change in the weather. She could smell it in the air. She could see it on her calendar. "Oh my," she exclaimed. "Before I know it, it will be time for Passover. I need to make some matzah, and for that, I need grains of wheat." In a corner of the chicken coop, the little red hen kept a small pile of grains safe from the wind and the water. She gathered them now and went to find her friends. "Who will help me plant these grains?" she asked them. "Not I," said the sheep. "Sorry," said the horse. "Think again," said the dog. So off she went to plant the seeds all by herself. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle the seeds. The time passed and the grain grew tall. The little red hen waited patiently, and finally there was a field of wheat ready to be harvested. The little red hen went to find her friends. This time she was sure they would lend a hand. "Who will help me cut the wheat?" she asked. "Not I," said the sheep. "Sorry," said the horse. "Think again," said the dog. So the little red hen cut the wheat all by herself. See all the wheat ready? All that wheat was ready for the meal, and the little red hen gathered it together and went to find her friends. "I know they're going to help me now," she thought. "Who will help me carry this wheat to the meal?" she asked them. "Not I," said the sheep. "Sorry," said the horse. "Think again," said the dog. The little red hen was kind of sad, but she went to the mill all by herself. And the miller grounded the wheat into flour. Then she carried that flour in a sack over her shoulder and walked all the way home. All by herself, carrying the big sack of flour. Before she knew it, it was spring, and it was the morning of the first night of Passover. The little red hen had cleaned her house top to bottom. There wasn't a crumb of bread to be found anywhere. "Time to make the matzah," the little red hen announced. "Who wants to help?" But guess what? Look at the friends. Let's see if we can find them. There's a sheep. There's a horse. Oh, and I think that's the dog. "Not I," said the sheep. "Sorry," said the horse. "Ha, ha, ha," laughed the dog. "Think again." He was being very rude. So the little red hen was sad. But she said, "I will just have to do it myself." The little red hen washed up carefully. She put a big bowl on the kitchen table. Then she set her timer, because according to the Jewish law, Passover Matzah had to be finished in just 18 minutes. The little red hen mixed the flour and the water quickly, quickly, quickly. Then she kneaded the dough quickly, quickly, quickly. Then she rolled it out nice and flat, quickly, quickly, quickly. And then she prickled it all over, prickly, 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 prickly. See? And then she put it into the oven to bake. There she goes. Ding! The matzah was ready just in time. Then the little red hen prepared the Seder dinner. She boiled eggs, she simmered soup, and she mixed gefilte fish. She washed parsley, chopped apples and nuts, and stirred batter for a cake. She finally set the table, putting a beautiful Passover Haggadah at each place and an extra chair for Elijah the prophet, should he come, God willing. She finished with a covered plate of homemade matzah. The little red hen sat in a chair and waited. When the sun began to set in the evening sky, there was a knock at the door. Guess who was standing there? Can you guess? Look at that beautiful table. Oh, it was the sheep, the horse, and the dog. They said, "Bah, nay, roof! We're so hungry. What's for dinner?" "You have got to be kidding me," said the little red hen. "You didn't help me plant the grains when I asked you to. You didn't help me harvest the wheat or carry the wheat to the mill or take it back home again. You didn't even help me bake the matzah. So tell me, why should I share my Seder dinner with you?" The sheep, the horse, and the dog couldn't think of a thing to say. The little red hen was right. They had not been very good friends. The three of them were very sorry. See, they were feeling very sorry. The little red hen was quiet too. She was thinking. Then she remembered the words written in the Passover Haggadah. "Let all who are hungry come and eat." So she looked at her friends and how sorry they looked, and she said, "Come on in." So together the friends celebrated the holiday. Together they ate crunchy matzah, and when the Seder was over, after all the planting and the harvesting, the cleaning, the baking, and the feasting, just who do you think had to wash all those dishes? Can you guess? "Not I," said the little red hen. She finally was resting with her little chicks around her. And the sheep and the horse and the dog were helping her. The end. And here on the last page of the book, there's a recipe to make matzah. So I'm going to take a picture of this and I will send it to you. Maybe you can make some matzah next week for Passover. The end, friends. I hope you enjoy the book. Bye.